Yo, what up? Take these off. Oof. Chronicles, part 5, I think. I don't know. I'm in traffic. I'm headed to VA to pick up some delicious produce from Botanical Bites and Provisions. And I'm just deciding to turn this camera on. I'm sitting in traffic. That's why I'm looking at the camera. It's moving real slow. But yeah, it's been a crazy week. It's been a maddening week for us here at the People's Market. Busy. It's hot. Yeah. COVID is still here, by the way. President Biden has COVID. It's here. So everybody just continue to remember that. The world has literally shifted. The world has literally changed right before our eyes. And it's just crazy. And honestly, it sucks that we now live in a world where people are sick and or dying from COVID, and life does move on, unfortunately, in this country. But that is the machine of America. It's like the money don't sleep. That's just the reality of our country. So, it's just sad that that's our culture. But yeah, it's a reality. So yeah, this week has been nuts. But it's been great at the same time. Been meeting a lot of new farmers, or working more with farmers who I talked to in the past, and we just didn't really see the alignment at the time. And now that we're starting to gain new customers and grow the business, they're like, hey, need anything, right? So now I'm starting to get more of a variety. I tried an heirloom cucumber, a Japanese heirloom cucumber. Nii from Dodo Farms told me the actual name of this cucumber, but I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. So for now, I'm just gonna call it's an heirloom Japanese cucumber. It's yellow. It's really different. And when I tell you that, so the skin is extremely crunchy, right, on this cucumber, but the inside of the cucumber is it's so moist. It's so much more moist than a sort of traditional green cucumber. I guess we can call it a European cucumber, right? I guess, right? I think that's what it's called. But yeah, it's so delicious. Even my son Malcolm, was eating it yesterday, and my wife Shaka, she doesn't really like trying a bunch of new things, but it was great. Also, heirloom, tomatoes are here. So, I tried a Japanese heirloom tomato yesterday. I've had a traditional American heirloom tomato. All this food is from Dodo Farms. They're in Brookville, Maryland. They are a Nigerian couple who, the wife, Tope, is actually an accountant and also works at the University of Maryland Extension Program. And then also helps to run a farm. So she wears so many hats as Black women do. So not at all surprising that, Tope wears all these hats and is running a business at the same time. Her husband, Nii, he is the man with the plan. He's farming, he's planning, he has a team. I went to pick up some food from them yesterday. They have a small team that's helping them out. because on Saturdays and Sundays they do farmers markets. So on Saturday they're at the downtown Silver Spring Farmers Market, and then on Sunday they're at the DuPont Circle Farmers Market. I've visited them in both locations, and when I tell you, if you are at the downtown Silver Spring Farmers Market or the DuPont Circle Farmers Market, stop by the Dodo Farms table, because they do something different. They actually educate their customers on the benefits and the value of the produce that they're eating. Like, there's literally, information cards next to the food, so you can actually see, like, oh, I've never heard of, this Japanese heirloom, tomato. What makes it different from like a traditional American heirloom tomato, or just like a cherry tomato, right? And like, they'll break down sort of all, like, the benefits of, eating these different items, almost like you're going into, unfortunately, we kind of are in a very like reverse engineered society where you like go into like a health food store, like, GNC, or the vitamin store, or like, Whole Foods, and they like, you could read the label of a vitamin, what's it called? A vitamin box or a vitamin container, and it tells you, what are the benefits of this vitamin? Like, why do people take this vitamin? That sort of thing. So they do the same thing at their table, and it's so instructional and really very helpful, especially, I think, for Black folks, especially. I'm talking about COVID. This is definitely, we're going through like a peak right now with COVID. It's a surge going on, not a peak, but a surge going on. And the benefits of healthy food. I had another conversation with the farmer, Don, and he's in Culpeper, Virginia. Miss Anita with Botanical Bites and Provisions connected me with him. He's providing Virginia peaches this week. The peaches, it's all about the peaches, baby. It's all about the peaches, baby. The peaches are gonna be fire. I can't wait to try these peaches. You heard? I'm like, I want to, like, legitimately, when we started this company, I was like, y'all want us to be like the bad boy of like fresh produce. Like, I want to be Diddy of fresh. I want to be dancing. I want to be dancing with the produce in my hand, like biting peaches, like kale over my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Doing like the Diddy bop. You feel me? Like, this is what our people need. So I digress. Had a great conversation with this brother, Don. He's in Culpeper. He's a farmer, owns land. He grows beautiful food. And he was just telling me, like, look, man, like, I haven't had any of these, COVID vaccine shots. He's like, I have just for the last 25 years decided to, change my lifestyle. So he eats the fruit and vegetables and the things that he grows, and he doesn't eat other things. So he is consuming what he needs to consume to build up his immune system to protect him from these things. And I know, I'm not a non-vaxxer at all. I took the vaccine. I got the booster. You know what I'm saying? I might get another booster. I'm still trying to, debate whether I should get another booster. But at the end of the day, I'm not knocking people at all who are talking about playing this life game the right way. The right way to do it is for all of us to eat well, for all of us to take great care of ourselves, so that we do not have to take a vaccine to build up our immunity to these, viruses and diseases that are honestly going to continue to impact us for whatever reason. It could be climate change. It could be like, y'all need to wake up. You know what I'm saying? The planet is telling us to wake up. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a scientist. I'm not even sure that they understand totally what's happening right now in our environment. But I'm going to say this. At the end of the day, I'm not knocking nobody who's actually doing this thing the right way. I think the right way to do it is to take great care of yourself so that you don't, so that you're not, an immunocompromised person, so that you are a healthy person throughout your entire life. You feel me? Like my 98-year-old grandmother, she was alive through COVID. I don't think she ever caught COVID, but if she did, I actually think she would have survived COVID. And the only reason I say that is because she took great care of herself. Everything for her was about like, do everything in moderation. You know what I'm saying? She ate meat, but she was like, I do everything in moderation. I'm gonna have like a little small piece of beef. On holidays, she would drink a beer, but she would sit there with that little Miller High Life the whole time. One beer, and just sip on it and enjoy it. And she might have got a little buzz or something like that because she was a little woman. But at the end of the day, it was all about moderation for her. It was all about fruits and vegetables first. You feel me? So like, yo, this virus is still out here. And this is one of the reasons why, I decided to start and found the People's Market, is because I wanted to start a business because I feel like Black people, we need to start to build our own institutions. And the way to build our own institutions is through capital. We need money. We need business. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to be able to fund things so that we can have what we need, so that our children and our children's children can have what they need. But I also decided that when I started a business, I'm not putting no junk into my community. That was it for me. So I'm like, all right, I want to start a business. I don't want to put junk into my community. And I started changing my lifestyle. So I'm like, produce for me right now is it. It will, we will definitely evolve. We will definitely start putting different products out there. I've already started talking to different people who do lotions, creams, body butters. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a Black winery that I need to connect with in VA. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's so many products that we can put out into the ether. Now that we have customers, now that we're like starting to build our brand, and eventually we will have brand recognition, and people will be like, oh, the People's Market, what I'm saying, their products, they test all their products before they put it out into the market. So I know I can trust whatever they're putting out there. They're not just putting anything in their bags or their boxes, right? But at the end of the day, I will say this, I'm not putting anything out into my community or anybody else's community for that matter, because we are humans, we're all humans. But I'm not putting nothing out into the ether that is going to disrupt people's health. That is never our goal. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as a product, if a product presents itself that's doing something like that, I can't do it. I can't be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't see nothing wrong with moderation. I eat things in moderation. You know what I'm saying? I went through my like different, phases where I'm like not eating meat or just eating, being a pescatarian, or, right now I'm in like all out meat eater mode. Like yesterday I got on the grill and made like some chicken and some shrimp, and I grilled some swordfish, right? Me, Shaka, and Malcolm, we ate real good yesterday. I grilled some veggies. So, at the end of the day, like, you can always count on us to put products out there that are going to add value to people's lives. We are not trying to take away at all, because we feel like this commercial country that we live in, I'm just going to say that we live in a very commercialized country. This commercial country that we live in has taken enough, from the fast food to the cigarettes to the drugs. Let's just be clear. The drugs, the crack, the heroin, the marijuana, all that stuff didn't get here by itself. Like, this country benefits off stuff like that. So we vow to not put anything out into the marketplace coming from us that's going to, set people back. Our number one goal is to propel people forward. You know what I'm saying? And give them the things that they need to be successful in life. So, yeah, no doubt.